How you doing? Okay, so it looks like the trial might start tomorrow with opening arguments. Today, they actually whittled down the jury pool to 120 are going to return tomorrow, and which they're going to whittle that down to 12 jurors and 6 alternates if everything goes as planned. And then they should start opening arguments in the afternoon, so woohoo. Okay, then we'll see that. Today they were doing some evidence hearings, and they had some people on the stand just talking about evidence. And one of the things that they're really talking about is that Snapchat video that was made by Paul Murdaugh shortly before I believe it was the boat accident. And so they've also got some other stuff, they want to see if they can bring in or not bring in about the blood spatter and all this crap. And so they were going over that stuff, get that hammered out, and hopefully start with the opening arguments tomorrow. So that should be good. Let's hope for that. Another thing that we were just looking at, tornadoes ripping through Alabama, Texas, Kentucky. A Denny sign fell on that woman. Did you see that? Killed a woman, injured 2 other people. Tornadoes around Houston area, Spring, Texas, Selma, Alabama, Kentucky. Good morning from London, Teresa Glean. Is it Teresa Glean? I've never seen you here before. Welcome. How'd you find us? I'd love to know how new people find us. Was it on the Murdoch trial or something else? So let's see. Teresa Glean. Sounds like. Hi, Jeanette. So let's see what else we have. There's an LSU student. This is crazy. She was AR'd, and then a hit and run killed her. And there's 4 college students that are standing accused of the essay on her. I don't know if you heard that. Let me show you. Well, let me show you some of this this Denny sign that came down and. Don't park under a sign. Oh, the second person died. So I guess there was 1 and 2 were still, the second person died. It says Lloyd Curtis died at the hospital Monday morning. So Lillian and Lloyd Curtis were 2 or 3 people inside the vehicle on Thursday at the Denny's in Elizabethtown. Elizabethtown police said around 1:30 they responded to the reports of a sign falling from a pole and landing on a car. Lillian Curtis was taken to University Hospital where she later died. The other 2 inside were initially taken to Baptist Health Hardin with unknown injuries. No known information is known about the 3rd victim, but it's 2 people died. Horrible. Yeah, really horrible. Let's see. That was Thursday. See, that wasn't even with the tornadoes. I guess there were some high winds down there. Or sheriff's deputy not intoxicated. 2 adults killed when tree falls onto truck. I've always been afraid of that. I've always been afraid of a tree falling on you when you're driving.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right? When you're driving down, especially like those country roads and it's lightning, I was thinking, oh my gosh, I try to feel like, yeah, but it's horrible. Let's see. Why won't this? Okay, open image. Yeah.
Am I wrong? Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Am I wrong? Did a White Castle sign fall on someone a couple of days ago?
It was the Denny sign.
There's a White Castle. I live
There's a White Castle
and there's
across
a
the
White
street.
Castle next door. No, it's next door.
Oh, next
It's
door.
not, it's not across the street. It's it's on a highway almost, so it's right next
Oh, the
door.
BP gas is across the street.
Yes.
That was just today, though, the Denny sign,
No,
right?
the Denny sign, it says Thursday.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, but I don't know why it got coupled into the story on the tornadoes. Yeah. Yes, let's see. Origins.
Panel has an incredible echo. As for Deborah, they Kohlberger and I do.
Oh, here, hold on. I probably have to lower my volume and move my mic. Okay, see if that helps.
Hello, hello, hello. Is there an echo?
Is it okay now?
Okay, so yeah, they pretty bad tornadoes in there, and then let me see about this LSU. So this is the girl.
It's actually a lot better, the echo, so thank you.
Okay. And sure, I don't like that one. No, not. Okay. So authorities arrested 3 men and 1 boy on charges of a Louisiana State University student who was later struck by a car and killed earlier this month. Madison Brooks, a 19-year-old sophomore, had been out drinking at Reggie's Bar near the LSU campus on January 15th. She asked Cavion Washington, 18 years old, Everett Lee, 28 years old, Kaysen Carver, 18 years old, and a 17-year-old boy for a ride home because she reportedly told them she was too drunk and couldn't find her friends. Cavion Washington and the minor, the 17-year-old, Ard Brooks in the back seat of the car after they left, with Lee and Carver in the front seat. Then, because Brooks was unable to tell them where she lived, they dropped her off in a subdivision near where she was later hit by a car driven by a ride-share driver. She died at the hospital. An autopsy revealed that Brooks' blood alcohol level was nearly 4 times the legal limit, and all 4 of the suspects had been drinking at the bar. Only the 28-year-old Lee, however, was drinking legally, as the drinking age is 21. Washington and the 17-year-old have been charged with third-degree R, which Louisiana law says involves a victim who is incapable of resisting or understanding the nature of the act by reason of stupor or abnormal condition of the mind produced by an intoxicating agent or any cause, and the offender knew or should have known that the victim's incapacity. Carver and Lee have been charged with principal to R, which means they were present but did not take part and did nothing to stop it. Hold on a minute. Over here. They're not putting the 17-year-old in there. Let's see. Carver told deputies Brooks was very unstable on her feet and was not able to keep her balance, and she was unable to speak clearly without slurring her words when she left the bar. He reportedly told investigators that Brooks consented to have relations with his 2 friends, but believed she was too drunk to consent and that he hated it, yet he sat in the front seat and did nothing more than to ask the 2 to stop. Carver's defense attorney said in a statement that his client did not commit a crime. This was a tragedy but not a crime, Joe Long said. When all evidence is known, everyone will see this was not a crime. So Ronald Haley, an attorney representing Washington and Lee, used almost identical language and went even further, claiming that Brooks absolutely consented to relations. Absolutely not an R. Listen, this is a tragedy, definitely not a crime, said Haley, who also said that one of the 4 suspects uploaded a video of Brooks that proves his point. Can you tell that she was intoxicated? Yes. To the point under the law that you say you're in a drunken stupor, to the point that you cannot lawfully give consent or answer questions? Absolutely, that was not the case. LSU President William F. Tate IV said in a statement that what happened to Brooks was evil, and that the university, which frequently appears on the list of top party schools in the United States, would take action, saying, and I quote, "Our action plan starts with deep and relentless focus on any establishment that profits off of our students by providing alcohol to underage individuals. In the coming days, we will call a meeting with these business owners to discuss how their responsibilities directly impact the safety of our students. We will work openly against any business that doesn't join us in the efforts towards creating a safer environment for our students. Enough is enough." Tate also called on Baton Rouge business leaders and residents to work together and join us on this effort. Okay, so that was there. Let's see what we got here. Come on.
I just wanted to say real quick that the panel is still echoing. You are fine, Carolyn. You are it's the panel for some reason.
All right, I'll
There's-
try to fix it after we get done with this. Okay, and then this is the shooter from open from that. Whoops, get away. After the Lunar New Year celebration, a 72-year-old man that locked himself in a van. They got some photos. It took 5 hours for law enforcement to warn the public about a shooter who was on the run following Saturday's shooting at a California dance hall, which killed 11. So the death toll went up one. The Los Angeles Times reported that Monterey Park and Los Angeles County authorities did not make any announcements hours after Hu Con Tran, 72, opened fire at the Star Ballroom dance studio in Monterey Park. Preliminary information about the death toll and the gunman's whereabouts came from various government agencies and radio broadcasts. According to the Los Angeles Times, police arrived at the dance hall within 4 minutes of the first 911 calls. 20 minutes after the mass shooting, Can Tran allegedly went to the Lili Ballroom and studio in Alhambra. However, he fled the scene after Brandon Say who was 26, stopped him in the lobby and took his gun. Brandon told the media that he was unaware of the deadly mass shooting when he confronted Tran and confiscated his gun. Let's see. Explaining the delay, Los Angeles County Sheriff Robert Luna said, "When we started putting out public information, the priority was to get this person into custody, so we were very strategic in the way we were putting out information, and ultimately it worked." Can Tran is believed to have fatally shot himself on Sunday afternoon after police tracked his white van to a strip mall in Torrance, California, and a SWAT broke into his van and found Can Tran deceased in the driver's seat, slumped over the steering wheel. Okay, police have not disclosed a motive, but I've heard that it could be jealousy, and that his wife was invited to this dance and he wasn't. Now, the big thing that's going on now is about the Kohlberger case is that Kohlberger's lawyer has withdrawn from representing Zena's mother in a case because it's a conflict of interest, and the internet is going crazy about it. The attorney who is representing Brian Kohlberger is also represented one of the victim's mothers in an unrelated drug case. According to the Idaho Statesman, Kootenai County Public Defender Ann Taylor withdrew from that case on January 5th, the same day that Kohlberger appeared in Idaho, following his extradition from Pennsylvania. Taylor not only withdrew from that case involving the parent, but another in which the parent faced 2 felony charges. The Idaho Statesman reported that the parent was previously sentenced in an unrelated misdemeanor case, while the local news outlet did not identify the person at the center of the case. Okay, and Taylor had been representing Kernodle's mother in a drug possession case. Attorney Christopher Schwartz is now handling the case, and he is listed as her conflict public defender. So that's what everybody's going crazy about with that. And let's see.
Small world.
Yeah, the family speaks out about Athena Brownfield. Let's see what they say. A family member of the defendants arrested in connection with the death of the Oklahoma girl, Athena Brownfield, is hoping that her surviving sister is taken away from extended family. Caregiver Alyssa Adams was arrested earlier in Oklahoma, and Ivan Adams was arrested later in Phoenix. Both were charged with child neglect, but Ivan Adams is also charged with child homicide. Court documents indicate that Ivan Williams is accused of killing Athena by beating her. Her 5-year-old sister was also in the care of the defendants, but she is now in state custody. According to the news, an unidentified family member of Alyssa Adams said he's pushing for Athena's sister to be removed from Oklahoma and taken away from this reported dysfunctional family unit. Away from extended family. Absolutely out of Oklahoma, the man said. The source added that he was removed from his biological family at the age of 4, which ended up being a positive influence on him growing up. Defendant Alyssa Adams, he said, struggled to find herself with a lot of hurt, a lot of insecurities while growing up. We were just blessed. We're not better people than them. It's by the grace of God. Circumstance and a person is a product of their environment. Despite her family past, the man said there was no indication that Alyssa Adams would do what she is accused of. And he said, and I quote, Alyssa was by all appearances a normal, healthy, psychologically hinged girl whose parents had split up, who had some family with drama, but no indication of what would happen. Athena was reported missing around 2 p.m. on January 11th after a mail carrier reported seeing her sister out walking unattended. Police later found a child's body that they believed to be Athena near a fence line that was next to their old residence in Rush Springs, about 15 miles away from where the sister was found. Okay. Let's see. The FBI is joining to find this little boy who hasn't been seen in months. Let's see here. The FBI is joined in connection with the disappearance of an 8-year-old Washington boy, Bridegan John, who hasn't been seen in at least 7 months. The Vancouver Police Department conducted a welfare check at Bridegan's home on June 17, 2022, after community members were concerned. Although little details were known at the time, the FBI announced on January 23rd that it has joined the investigation. And this is what they say over here. Missing person, Bridegan John, June 2022. The latest update, according to King 5, happened 7 months ago when Vancouver police said authorities had tried to contact members of John's family to see if he was missing or with other people. To date, the family members that have been contacted have not provided investigators information related to the whereabouts of Bridegan, and he has not been located. Bridegan is described as a Pacific Islander with brown eyes and black hair. He was born in Hawaii. He can speak both English and Portuguese. And let's see. According to the FBI Seattle office, he could have ties to Arizona, Hawaii, Washington, and the Truk Islands in the Federated States of Micronesia. If you have any information concerning the case, please contact your local FBI office and the nearest American embassy or consulate, or you can submit a tip line for tips.fbi.gov. Okay. Oops. There's something else going on. Okay, serial drunk driver spends hours before kills 13-year-old. Athena Brown, let's see. Cross country as a rest first. Okay, so this case, we've talked about this one before. Well, the wife now has moved across the country as arrest for his death is imminent. The state attorney's office in the 4th Judicial Circuit and the Jacksonville Beach Police Department in Florida said Tuesday that a significant development in the Jared Bridegan case will be announced at noon on Wednesday during a press joint conference. So I bet you she's been arrested then. The former wife of slain Microsoft executive Jared Bridegan has moved from her Florida home, reportedly, as investigators are about to announce that an arrest is imminent in the unsolved murder. 33-year-old Jared was shot and killed on February 16, 2022, shortly after dropping his twin children off at his ex-wife, Shanna Gardner Fernandez, Jacksonville Beach home. Court documents indicate that Jared's daughter, Bexley, whom he shares with his second wife, was in the car with him at the time, strapped into her car seat. It was reported that Gardner Fernandez recently moved to West Virginia, Washington, along with the 10-year-old twins. She was reportedly spotted on Monday at a grocery store where she told a reporter no comment when asked about the case. Meanwhile, the victim's second wife, Kristen Bridegan, told the outlet that she was stunned that Gardner Fernandez moved so far away while the case was still ongoing. Honestly, I was shocked, she said Monday. First, the twins lost their dad. Then they were completely cut off from their own sisters. And now they're being taken away from their school, friends, and sports teams. They are so isolated, and that's what concerns me. And this is, they were a happy family. A law enforcement source said that an arrest could come as early as this week, but didn't provide further details. On the day of his murder, police say Jared saw a rim tire in the road while driving back to St. Augustine. He stopped to check on it when an unknown assailant shot him in front of Bexley, who was in the car for several minutes while her father passed away. So far, the Jacksonville Beach Police Department has not named a suspect in connection with the case, and Gardner Fernandez maintains her innocence. She previously secured high-powered criminal defense attorney Henry Cox III for the purpose of seeing if steps could be taken to protect her young twins from any publicity surrounding this tragic event. As for any other reason for the family to have or need counsel, whether it be myself or anyone else, there is none, he added. Prior to his murder and during a custody and alimony dispute between Jared and his first wife, issues became vicious, and Jared accused Gardner Fernandez of spying on him. This is enough. I should have every damn right on my own property to not constantly be under recording and monitoring by Shanna, Jared wrote in to his divorce attorney in 2015. I want the flipping gates of hell released on her for this. The pair continued to argue through the tumultuous divorce proceedings, with Gardner Fernandez repeatedly accusing Jared of coaching their children to make false statements about her. When she was denied an investigation into the matter, Gardner Fernandez allegedly filed a motion against her ex in 2021, accusing him of withholding their son's breathing machine. After his death, Gardner Fernandez and the twins didn't attend his memorial services. The father, the pair continued to argue through the tumultuous divorce. Okay, we went through that. The father apparently considers his vindictiveness towards the mother more important than protecting his son's health and life, her lawyer wrote in the motion filing. Okay. Brittany Tee, let's see what's going on. I don't know what's happening, not too much with Brittany Tee. There she is. The search for the Massachusetts woman is expanding to a water area and is expected to start back up after weather conditions delayed the search, but now the weather's really bad again. She was last seen, again, 8:30 p.m., leaving a Brookfield residence near Lewis Field on 18 Main Street as previously reported, and then we saw this surveillance photo of that. The State Police Dive Team Marine Unit will search bodies of water this week by the Worcester Department. District Attorney Joseph D. Early Jr. said if T isn't found first. Early Jr. emphasized that anyone with tips or information should contact authorities immediately, as previous tips help save time and eliminate search areas. And I can't emphasize enough, these tips have been very helpful, both eliminating potential search areas and giving us answers and pointing us to areas we believe and hope will be fruitful. She's described as a white female, 5'6", 120 pounds, brown hair and blue eyes. She was last seen wearing a black coat, a hoodie, jeans, and work boots. I just want her home, said T's mother, Susan M.T., on Wednesday, adding that it's unlike her daughter to leave without getting into contact. We want her home. She's amazing. She's very strong. She's loving. This is totally out of character. Anyone with information is urged to call the tip line 508-453-7589, 508-453-7589. All right, now I'm going to put the...
She looks different in every single picture.
I know.
I didn't know who you were talking about until you mentioned the black coat.
She has the dark hair in the other ones too, yeah. Crazy. So, somebody, what happened? Peridot did that rhyme today, and she did it pretty, right, just with a couple of hints.
I remember it too, Carolyn.
Yeah, I know. I think a lot of people remember it. Was there anybody else in the chat that remembered it all on their own, even though they didn't play the game? Like Peridot did?
I bet there were.
I wonder how many. I wonder. How many of you did that? Hi, Red Like Wine again. Are you ready for this Murdaugh trial to start tomorrow, Red Like Wine again? Should be interesting, right? I'll be there with my handy dandy notebook. I think everybody's interested, and it starts Wednesday. I'll probably go for 2 weeks at least. You
Yeah,
forget
the rhyme
everything.
thing's funny because like I was listening to it while I was doing my like chores and stuff and like laundry, and I think when I was listening to it I was like, there's no way I could play that game. But then just when I was talking to you guys earlier, I was like, wow, I kind of think I remember it. Do it probably. So I believe in myself more now.
Yeah.
It's in my head forever, I think.
It was fun.
I know they've got 120, Barb, and they're going to whittle it down tomorrow, hopefully to the 12 and the 6, and then start her up. Carolyn, I have not kept up with it. I kept up with it in the beginning, but have lost track of what's going on. Oh, well, just start again tomorrow with the opening arguments, and that'll be, just pretend you're a juror. That's always fun, right? Just pretend you're a juror. You're going to hear exactly what they do.
I have to pretend I'm going to wake up early.
Murdoch trial, no, Murdoch trial it'll be a regular, Jeff, you'll be able to see it too.
Oh, so it's televised then.
Mm-hmm.
No, Jeff, video too, apparently. Hi, Jeff H.
They had it today with the evidence issues. Law and Crime, Red Like One again, or it'll probably be on a news channel too. Barb, it's probably going to start at 9, I would say, 8, but it's going to be, they're going to finish off the jury selection. But I would start looking at 9.
I was trying to figure out where you're gonna put your stuff at. You know,
But definitely going to watch it. You're bad as a juror, Jeanette? Okay. Let's see. What else? What else happened today? I don't know what else.
Being a
Pretty
juror is
uneventful.
really exciting.
Yeah, it's been pretty boring today.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. It's a bad weather.
Yeah.
The kids are off from school again tomorrow. Very quiet. It makes me sleepy though, you know, when the days are so quiet sometimes, and it's just like, I don't know. Went out to run some errands. Jimmy had to get toilet paper. Oh, and you know what he did? He got cash back, and then he forgot to take the cash. And the guy behind him took his cash. And so he went back into ShopRite, and they said they have to review the camera tomorrow, and then they'll give him his cash.
Oh, that's cool.
He said that happened in Walmart too. Once he forgot the cash, and the next day they gave it to him. They reviewed the camera.
I didn't even know you could do that anymore. To be honest.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, it makes sense to avoid the ATM fees.
yeah. Cash back.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
why I don't know why he did that. I'm like, don't get any more cash back. He gets forgetful. And this is like, he says it's the second time, but I think it's been more than that. Anybody have anything fun today? We have winter weather coming. I know, maybe I'm going to try to do some crafts and stuff. There's some felting I want to do, Kevin. There's a few felting projects. So one thing is in a teacup. And the other thing, I've been watching this channel, and they're making all these really cute animals and gnomes out of the felt, and I want to do that.
I've never seen you teach crafts before.
Oh, you never did? I want to.
No.
Oh, I do. And then I got my Valentine's tree I want to put up, and I want to do my Valentine's ornaments before it's not Valentine's Day anymore. And then I want to make this a special one. I think I'm going to give this one to my son Michael, and I want to put something on it. Do that, and probably make one for my daughter. But they're in the
Margot
Dominican.
does really cool felting.
What?
Margot does really cool felting.
Yeah, she does pom-poms, right?
Yeah. But I mean, her Mickey and her Minnie and her little.
Right. But I think I've never done it on pom-poms. I've always worked with the, what do they call this stuff? The fluff. That you normally would spin or something. And I want to do some animals with that. And then I want to do these really cute teacups that you can use even to hold pins. They're like little fairy things in a jar, on top of a teacup. I once went to an ATM machine and the screen said, "Do you want another transaction?" So I clicked no, and somebody's card came out of the machine. I took it into the bank. Wow. Yeah. I do follow the Miami Latte hearing, yeah.
I lose my debit card constantly, all the time.
You lost it again?
I lost one of them, and I think I know where another one is, but I'm not 100% sure. So I have to go on a little hunt in a bit.
That would scare the crap out of me.
It does scare me, but there's no point. Like, it could be anywhere. So I have to
check
take
something
it.
about, just reminded me something about in my email. Yeah.
I use Apple Pay with like pretty much everything these days.
Oh my God, me too. When I go
Really?
out, Apple Pay, I just use my phone and it does like my face, and that's my security, my face.
Where does it come out of, your debit card or something?
It comes right out of my bag. It's so
I
much
have the Apple Card, which has like, I think I get 2% back. It has a really good.
Maybe I'll sign up for it. I was thinking about it.
And like it sends you a text message if you have to pay your bill. And but then I get really frustrated at the places that don't have it. And I'm like, wait, not prepared for that anymore.
What is this? Something, it told me I must fix something right away. Must fix. Apply. What am I fixing? Okay, let's see. Turn on.
This is off topic, but Nicole, earlier when you were talking about your shellac nails, I just wanted to tell you, like, I used to get my nails shellacked all the time, but it frustrated me that I had to go back to the salon to remove them.
Oh, maybe I said the wrong thing. Okay, so my nails are my real nails. But
No, the shellac, like, you can't, like, if it chips, you can't just use nail polish remover at home.
No, you can't. It doesn't work. Oh my
Right.
God. When I had my surgery, everybody was like, take your fingernail polish off your thumb and your forefinger because of the SpO2, the oxygen reader or whatever it is. And I get there, and she's like, oh, cute nail polish. Why'd you take those two nails off? I'm like, everybody told me I had to. She's like, oh no, that's only with black nail polish. So I had nails that were naked, and I had to like file them off with a nail filer. That's how I had to get the polish off.
Oh, you're kidding.
That was the only way. Nail polish
Yeah.
remover would
A
work.
long time.
I also think it was, like, destroying my nails just because, like, I felt like every time that they had to take it off, like, they had to almost, I think they kind of file it off, right?
Yeah, they have a Dremel that they go across the nail with.
I hate the way that Dremel feels.
Yeah, it kind of feels
I'd be
weird.
afraid that they'd go right through my nail. That would be.
How they don't. I don't know. They just do the layer of nail polish and then you have a fresh nail under there. And then they add the nail polish. They get all the ingrowns, they get the cuticles, they get all of that. And they make it nice and perfect. The nail is stable. And then they polish it.
See, I keep mine like with a gentle rounded edge. And I did like the way, I like the way yours look and I like the way Linda's look. And Linda's are more across. I'm wondering if I
Mine are
should.
square, kind of across the top.
Hi, Ann Rose.
I
So
kind
I'm
of like.
square.
I kind of like
I
that
have to go to
square.
bed. I wish I could stay morning. Yeah, I know. I'm not going to be up that long. Red like wine because I've been. I didn't sleep. Like I couldn't fall asleep, so I was up too late last night. And now I'm starting to feel like.
Getting tired.
Yeah, I might feel like I'm getting tired, so I might just. I know that's a short one, but I just might call it a night for tonight because I want to get up and with the snow day, maybe then I'll be up early and can do some crafting. I'll come on and maybe do that felting tomorrow, so I'll make up for it tomorrow and do maybe some crafting. So if you want to do some crafting on a snow day, crafting or baking, whatever you can come on the panel and we can have like a snow day,
That'd be
craft day,
fun.
fun day. So I
I
think we'll
think
do
we're
that.
having a snow day
Yeah, I
What's
think
up?
tomorrow too.
maybe a
What's
snow
I'll
day.
pretend I'm having one.
So yeah, I'm sorry that I'm going to call it an early night, but I have to get some sleep because I haven't. I don't know. I'm just been staying up too late, having too much fun,
We were up late.
Oh yeah.
talking too
Yeah.
much, talking too much.
Should have gone to bed.
Yeah, I better start a new Zoom. But let me do that before we go. I'll start the new Zoom. So then.
All right.
Do the new Zoom.
Gonna get cut off.
Okay, hold on, guys. I'm just going to start a new Zoom, and let me see here. Yeah, that'll be fun because then if I go to bed now, I'll be up really bright and early with some crafts and stuff. That'll be fun, right? Yes. Okay, let me start a new Zoom. Where's my new Zoom review? And plus, I got to get the doggies settled over here. Roman's looking for love in all the wrong places. Okay, there we go. Looking for love in too many places. Invite. Copy invitation. There we go. Can't wait to go to sleep. Okay, let's see. So sleepies. Alright, I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to make Sharon a host and get on with this. All right, so thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate it immensely. All right. Hey, hi 61. I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? Hi, Julie W. Yeah, just a quick little live, and plus I want to follow the Murdaugh trial tomorrow too. So, all of that. So maybe some crafting and some trial watching and stuff like that. Okay. All right, let me make Sharon a mod, but thank you all for coming in, and we'll see you guys later. All right. Okay, and make Sharon a host. There we go. I relinquish my duties for tonight. All right, goodbye, guys. I love you. Press roll that needle. We'll see you.